It's the 50th anniversary of Wolverine this year, so Marvel Legends released, of course, a couple of different 2-packs. The one I'm reviewing today is the Patch and Joe Fixit from the Wolverine number 8 cover. So I've been looking forward to this for a little while. This is an iteration of Wolverine that I don't have, and I don't think that they've made in 6-inch. So I'm very excited. Stick around. Welcome to the Doomcast. All right, first of all, thanks for checking this out. If you like what I do me a favor, hit subscribe and the bell. I make about one of these videos a week. They're all great, so don't miss even one. I always ask people to do that. I don't do figure reviews all the time. I don't review every figure. Do I buy every figure? Unfortunately, yes, for my wallet. But this one was probably essential. I have a substantial collection of Wolverine figures because back in the day, when I was a little kid, when everybody liked Wolverine, Wolverine was my favorite too. I can't get over that, so it's something of a compulsion. Was I around and collecting Wolverine when Wolverine 8 came out? It wasn't something that was necessarily on my radar because I was so much younger. However, this is a great example of Marvel Legends deciding to make iconic covers, and that is great. They pulled it off with a brief Eric Larson Cyborg Spider-Man. So doing this this particular cover from Wolverine 8 is phenomenal. But there's some things about this pair of figures that are even better than just the use of that cover. First of all, folks have definitely been looking for a version of the Patch Wolverine Logan Patch for a while, and this is probably better than I could have hoped, if I can be perfectly honest. You get an additional head that's got a nice little smirk, this one right here, and it's a pretty great likeness. You get the pointy hair sculpted in the appropriate way. I just really like the way they did the head this time. The suit's a little rigid. You can't really pose the torso too much. The ratcheted feet make balance a little bit difficult, as a lot of these figures do. However, the absolute crowning achievement of this and some of these other 50th anniversary Wolverine figures are the claws. The claws are just phenomenal compared to other Wolverine figures where the claws are sometimes misshapen, pop out of the hand, which sometimes that's nice, sometimes it's not, depending on how you want to pose them. If you want to have him do the 2 claws, you want to go for a third bub thing, yeah, that's great. These don't come out, but they're shaped really nicely. Just have that nice tapering right here, both laterally and horizontal, whatever, both sides. Nice and sharp looking. They look like claws. They're not spaced weird. They don't bend wrong. They're not gummy. These are frickin' phenomenal claws. I've bought from Can of Beams, who does not sponsor this and doesn't know who I am, but is great at what they do, a set of metal claws to replace the plastic claws on other Wolverine figures. I wish I could get replacement claws like this for every single Wolverine figure that I have, which is a lot. You do get unclawed hands too, just like this. I like them, that's fine. My only point of contention is that you don't get hands that can hold, for example, playing cards, dice, baccarat, a martini, something like that I would associate with Patch being in Madripoor and drinking or gambling, because that's, why he goes. Anyway, again. But this is fantastic. The Patch is great, and I love him. The Hulk Joe Fixit, great, iconic looking head sculpt. It's not like most of the other recent Hulk head sculpts that make him look, a little handsome. This is a little more atavistic, a little bit more simian, right? He looks like a monster. He looks like a Hulk. And, Joe Fixit, of course, is the articulate, clever, highly intelligent, slightly less strong, but still very strong version of Hulk. This looks good. You can't cross the arms like you can in the Wolverine 8 cover. That's fine with me. I don't think that they were going to be able to do that and put this dinner jacket on him either. Clearly looks similar to the dinner jacket sculpt from like the other Joe Fixit that they did that was from the Avengers game, or the Kingpin that they did recently. I don't expect them to fully shift this. I don't think that's Kingpin either, but it's pretty close. Conceptually, it's the same. It almost looks like, yeah, that's not completely molded on. You could probably cut it and remove it. It would just look weird because the sleeves don't look right. There's no undershirt sleeve cuffs or anything like that, so you wouldn't want it. I don't know why you would want to do that anyway. Anyhow, does it look good? Yes. Is posability an issue? For me, not really, because how are you going to not put this in just the cover pose? You're gonna. That's what you got it for. So these two look pretty great together. The claws on the Patch figure are pretty phenomenal. The face sculpts and eye coloring and everything getting much, much better. So I like both of these two. Don't love ratcheted feet. Don't usually love the slack sculpt on any of the figures because it just makes the legs really rigid. But other than that, I mean, since it's basically going to be a statue that you're not going to be playing with too much, these two are pretty solid. So, if you're a Wolverine fan, is it a buy? Yeah, probably more so than some of the other weirder 2-packs that they put out, but who am I to judge? Whatever floats your boat. If you want the Brood one, it looks pretty cool. You want the Lilandra? I understand that too. I didn't get it because money. Money's a thing that, you know, this hobby doesn't leave you with much of. But thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor again, like, subscribe, hit the bell, share to your friends, tell your mother and your dog. Leave the Doomcast on while you're out of the house so that your dog can watch it and hear my dulcet tones. Thanks for watching. Peace.